So, I'm sitting here watching Tim Pool talk about Kellyanne Conway's assault. And he asked a really good question. Made a really good point. He said he told everybody he's a leftist, center leftist person. I lean more center left. But whatever. So he throws that out there. He's going into talking about how it's, wrong that she was assaulted, right? And he brings up the point, that just because you may not really agree with somebody, you may not particularly like somebody, but you can not like somebody and at the same time not wish harm upon them. You know what I mean? We can still look at each other like we're fucking human beings. And I thought it was a beautiful point. And, it got me thinking back to, a point that I guess I just don't think I kind of exposed this little truth enough in videos. I don't really go into this particular angle of the topic very often. But it is one that I think is a very powerful point. He said, there's a lot of people that are criticizing people. People have virtue signaled on Twitter, oh, we're so sorry that Kellyanne Conway got hurt. It sucks. And people have virtue signaled at those people, why would you support her? She's Donald Trump's, chief torturer and mouthpiece. She's the fucking thing that came out of the fucking black gate. All you could see was his mouth, talking for some. Anyways, why would you think that it's wrong that she got attacked? And the reason why people like that hold that kind of opinion nowadays is because they consider Donald Trump and anybody who in any way supports him to be evil. Now, I'm not fucking around here, right? I'm telling you straight out. Evil. Really consider that. Not, oh, they're just bad people. No! Evil! Like, we don't have real, legitimate, through and through evil that we encounter on a daily basis. Most of us. Some of us do. Most of us do not. So for us, when they say, you're evil, they don't mean you're just really bad and I don't like or agree with you. They legit think you're evil. Baby rape level evil. Like evil. Like truly legitimate. Hitler evil. When they compare people to Hitler, they know what they're doing. And to what lengths will you go to expunge that level of evil from the world? For the sake of the world. You know what I mean? And that's what the really, really crazy ones do. Most of them just virtue signal on Twitter that they are either for or against whatever. And then somewhere in there some people make some really good arguments because they just virtue signal better than everybody else. And fuck anybody who's like, oh, you're just calling it all virtue signaling. Because it's all virtue signaling. It's Twitter. What is it? What good are you doing other than letting people know how wonderful you are when you tell people how wonderful you are? It's all virtue signaling. All of it. Let's not mince words here. It's all virtue signaling. Everybody who's virtue signaling that they are for or against or whatever, anything for any reason, it's all virtue signaling. So whatever. But yeah, like they legit think that a massive group of people are evil, and that's why they don't care that somebody that they think is evil. Would you care if you found out that when Hitler was, whatever, he got roughed up by some kids in an alley or something like that? No, you'd be like, fuck him. You know what I mean? Like, he's lucky. That's all he got. Like that. So, think of it like that. Because that's how they think of it. Like, it's a stunning realization when you have it spelled out to you like that. And you really consider... Because it is something that you may think you understand what I'm talking about. You don't really get it. You won't get it at least for the next 2 or 3 times you encounter it. And then all of a sudden you're going to go, holy shit, he was right. And you know what I'm saying? It is something that your mind does need to wrap around. And when it finally dawns on you, he means like really evil? Holy shit. Because like you have to seriously have either a good understanding of what evil really means, or B, you're going to have to think about, oh, like really, really evil? Like really evil? Like demon from hell? Like, yeah, yeah. Because they've become, like, words are magic with them now. They can either mean literally what they mean, or they can mean literally what they don't mean. See what I did there? So when they say evil, man, they really mean evil, because that's really what they mean with that word. They've become hardcore with it. It's just really evil to them. Killing babies, not evil. Donald Trump, very evil. Like shit, even if I started off hating the idea of Donald Trump being president, which by the way I didn't. I was rooting for him the whole way. Because I was like, for the meme. Which again, another reason why I don't vote. But nevertheless, I was like, I think it would be great to just have Donald Trump as our president. I think it would be hysterical. And by God was I right. But, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. But yeah, it occurred to me that like that people are really, they're beginning to view the world in a very infantile way. Like, maybe not infantile. Toddler-esque. No, childlike. It's very childlike. I mean, it is very childlike. They've created this fantasy world where they, it's cyberpunk to them, or steampunk, or whatever the fuck it was that was trendy whenever they decided to be a punk that fought the resistance. Whatever dumb fucking shit. Maybe they saw Vendetta and were like, oh, let's all wear this mask and be rebels. Like, a lot of people are just playing a fucking game with it, really, when it comes down to it. But it's serious to them, because they've decided that they're crazy, and they're going to really take it that serious. And some people are just kind of like, meh. I don't know. But it's, more and more people are getting really serious with this shit. And they're like kids. The Green New Deal thing, man. You read it. Read it. If you can find it somewhere, read it. It's a piece of legislation you should seriously sit down and read. Because it's like a 10-year-old wrote it. We should just have everything should just be solar and wind. And we shouldn't have cars, and we shouldn't have planes. And I really like trains, and I don't like meat because it makes my tummy hurt. So we should only all have to eat vegetables because vegetables don't care if you eat them. Because they're not alive. The end. Like, what the fuck was that? And today, please forgive me. It illustrates the point majorly, but, and it's not like, this could be anybody. This could be anybody. Somebody today, you know, just said, hey, I got a request for you. Now, I don't know what the point of this was ultimately. Seems an odd request to make. The situation it was made in. Just saying. But, hey, people are people, and I've said many times openly, I will allow you guys to choose the level of involvement that you wish to have with me. And I'm fine with that. This person chose to go the route of, if I decide to do something that I shouldn't do, I need you to harshly reprimand me to keep me on course. Right? And I thought to myself, first of all, that shit's never gonna fucking happen, because that's ridiculous. And I said, look. And I tackled what I believe was the specific issue. Right? Which I'm not going to convey. Because it's private, it's personal. But I tackled the specific issue. Maybe someday I'll get into it again, but nevertheless, it is something I've talked about before. Maybe I'll talk about it again someday. Not going to talk about it now. But then it occurred to me, what is the psychology behind, I'm an adult and I want you to be my parent? And I said to, I said to the person, I said, look, what exactly do you think this plays out like in your mind, right? You decide to text me, because it's not like, this isn't somebody that I've ever seen personally in my life. This is a person that does not live in the same state that I do, and it would take a grand amount of effort to get face to face with them. Right? Like, so most likely not going to happen. I'm never going to meet this person. So this person would have to literally decide, I'm going to do this bad thing. I'm going to have this cigarette. I know I shouldn't have this cigarette because I'm trying to quit. But I need this cigarette. An adult would say, you know better than that. You know you're trying to quit. Do you want to fucking quit or not? In which case you have to make the decision. Do I want to quit or not? And then you decide from there. You're a fucking adult. Live with your decision. Right? This person says, I'm going to decide that I know I'm going to do the bad thing. And that I shouldn't do the bad thing. Now I'm going to pick up my phone and text my buddy and say, hey, thinking about doing the bad thing. And they're going to say, dummy, don't do the bad thing. It's bad. And that will make sure that I don't do the bad thing. And I'm like, and I said, you're an adult. Be a fucking adult. Don't infantilize yourself through me. If you do it because you do it, then it's your fault. And if you don't do it because you know better, because you're an adult, good for you. But if you need me to tell you no, like my child, what are you doing? And it's like, that's just generally the mentality of the world nowadays. Like, it just seems to be more and more. I'm running into it more and more every day. And I don't know if it's because I'm really digging into all this stuff and I'm really, like, thinking about it a lot and just leaning all of my effort into just figuring this kind of shit out and how it really all works and what's going on. And nobody else is, or if it's just like everybody's just fucking just lost their fucking minds. I don't know. But whatever the fuck it is, shit's getting fucking crazy.